listening to Ice Line Beats. You are now 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 listening to Ice Line Beats.
Hey man, I say it's time to get this show on the road, fight fans. What say y'all, man? What's going on out there? Salute, salute, salute. What's goody, man? What's goody, mob? It is the homie. Mainman Mademan is in the building. Hey man, y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Yes, sir, fight fans. Hey, look here, man. Once again, it's on. Once again, it is a honor and a pleasure, family. I repeat, a honor and a pleasure to get up on here, to rock out with the boxing fans and the boxing fam. Thursday, you know what that means. Our time now, man. What up, everybody? Salute, 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 man. I want to give a major salute to everyone that catches this live. A major salute to everyone that catches this on the playback. You know, I want to say hit that thumbs up as you pull up, fight fans. Hey, do the homie a favor, man, and hit that thumbs up as you pull up. You already know. What's goody, squad? What's going on, man? Good to be back in the house, man. Good to be back in this chair. Sit on down here to talk this real spill for this good old sport that we all love, everybody, man. Got some fights on this weekend, man. So, yeah, really looking forward to sitting on down. We got a couple good events. Well, we got a couple events, should I say, going down this weekend. Boxing on a Friday, huh, man? Friday night fights. We got Keyshawn Davis taking on Gustavo Lemos. And, of course, on Saturday, we got Jaron Ennis taking on Karen Chukhadzien Chukhadzien, something like that, you know what I'm saying? I be butchering cuz name, bro. I always call him Chukhadzien, you know what I mean? But the rematch between Boots and Karen, the one fight that he was criticized on by everybody on every corner of the boxing globe. They say, man, if you want to see Jaron Boots Ennis exposed, go back and watch that Boots versus Karen fight. I'm like, what y'all talking about, man? What y'all talking about, man? I think Boots gonna get him up out of there, you know what I mean? We gonna see though, fight fans. We definitely gonna see. So let's before we get this show on the road, man, I see the fan pulling on through here. I got my main man, first man on deck in the house. My man Muhammad Tola. I know he happy go lucky right about now. He say them Chiefs is looking good, huh, man? I see you. Look at that, bro. I feel guilty when I eat good and my brother is starving. I see you out there in the comment section, bro. It's all love, fam. It's all love. You know, we lost the other day. I'm hurting behind it. I see everybody dumping on us right now, man. Stephen A. Smith can't stop laughing. Damn, shorty. Stephen A. Smith can't stop laughing. Oh, laughing ass Stephen A. Smith. Jerry got to make some changes, man. I mean, look, man. I told folks, man, look. These players, they get their money, man, and all of a sudden they a whole nother player. They give my man Dak Prescott that $60 million, now his hamstring ain't no more good. Oh, man. They talking about, man, they think that Dak, man, quitting on the team. They think Dak got the money, now he quitting on the team. Talking about some, oh, because you know what, he going to be out for the next 3 or 4 weeks over a hamstring? They talking about, man, you're a quarterback, bro. You shouldn't be taking yourself out of the game for no 3-4 weeks over a hamstring. So people saying like, bro, is you giving up on the team? Hey, look, man, all I can tell y'all is this, man. My patience with Dak is like that much, man. I'm like right there, bro, because I told y'all, I think I said this last year, man, he giving me Romo vibes. He making me believe that he can't get over the hump. He can't win the big one. You know what I'm saying? He's starting to giving the homie Romo vibes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get Romo vibes, man. So it is what it is, man. Stand by for 1 second. You know what? Nah, I don't even know if I should do that or not, man. Stand by for 1 second, though, fight fans. 1 second. I don't want to do too much. I want to see what's going on with my chat here. So let me do a quick little... Okay, yeah, we on. Stand by 1 second, fight fan. Just a little technical thing that I'm working on here. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. And let me just do something real quick, fight fans. But yeah, man, like I just like, though, I don't want to get Romo vibes from my man. And I just hope that he can, whatever is going on, you know what I mean, hopefully, you know, he can get it together or whatever like that, man. And, you know, people don't dump on him too much. That's all I can say about that. But, bro, my patience with him is, like, right there. I'm right at the door with him, bro. Like, you know what? I get it. We gave him all of that money. And look, how many players that we got on the team that we got to worry about getting money to? DeMarcus Lawrence, bro, Michael Parsons. You know what I'm saying? We got other players in other positions that need some help. Our running game is disappeared. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, when I see all of this and I say we giving Dak all of this money, bro, I'm saying to myself, man, you know what I'm saying? Man. Oh, I see what the problem is. I'm saying to myself, man, I don't know, fight fans. I really, really don't know. I really don't know. So we're going to go ahead and rock on, man. Something going on with my chat bubble right here, but it's all love. We'll just keep on rocking until that thing come on back in. I got my main man, Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more up in here. He say, salute, brother, main man. Salute to my main man, Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Always good to have you up in here. Blind Faith is on deck. What's up, family? Much love, Blind Faith. Bam and Ennis is key. Yeah, hey, Bam and Ennis, they gonna be sharing the same card, man. So hopefully this does good. You know, Jaron Ennis has already been known to be an attraction. So, you know, and Bam Ennis is he getting, I mean Bam Ennis. Bam Ennis. And Bam Bam Rodriguez, bro, he's just getting better and better with each and every passing, more and more popular also with each and every passing fight. So this should be a good event for them, man. Real spill. I'm expecting for them to pack the house out in that joint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got Abdullah Mason, says Blind Faith. We got Abdullah Mason on the undercard. Absolutely. Definitely looking forward to seeing Abdullah Mason and his progression. You know what I'm saying? He's facing another kind of build me fight, but that's what he need right about now. They keeping him active. They keeping him constantly fighting, and I think that's the best thing about that. Keep Abdullah Mason growing, keep him maturing. You know, we seen what happened with Kid Austin a week or so ago when he got put on his ass, man. And I think honestly, I know our live stream from last week I had to take down, but I want to hit on that point again, man, and say, listen, Kid Austin got to understand it, just like Abdullah may have to face one day, bro. You want to get in there with those opponents that just don't go away. You're going to get in there sometimes with a dude who knows how to survive, or a dude who got a thick ass set of whiskers on him, and he ain't going away no time soon. You got to figure that out. That's part of your, I guess, evolution. You want to run into these dudes that you can hit them with everything but the kitchen sink, and they still ain't going nowhere. And now you're tired. So now you're going to have to perform 2-3 rounds a bit more winded than you probably ever been in your career, because this guy ain't gone nowhere, and you hit him with everything you had. I look at Schofield the other day. I say, yo, he hit him with everything that he had, man. It's just, and it took a lot out of him, and he couldn't finish him. But then when he was tired, you know, he ran into a shot that put him down. And according to Kid Austin, I listened to his post-fight interviews. He said, listen, he got hit behind the ear. He said, man, I got hit behind the ear, and I didn't even think a behind the ear punch can put you down like that. Well, you learn, bro. Yes, it can. When you tired, there's a lot of punches that can put you down. You just never been taken to that round by nobody, because you ain't been in there with no one that could take you there. Now you've been in there with a dude who took you that full 12, and you hit him with everything once again, and he ain't go nowhere. Take it as a learning lesson. So it's the same thing with Abdullah, man. We want Abdullah to continue to keep learning and just keep on getting better. You know what I'm saying? Just keep on getting better. Sorry about the chat bubble, everybody. Just give me a second. I have to work on that. So I'm just going to be reading y'all chats straight out of the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Money and evil sometimes. Tank and Calvin split. Earl and DJ split over money, says Blind Faith. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. And another training thing. Matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up. You know what I mean? We're going to move right into that right there. You know what I mean? I'm glad you stopped. We're going to stop right there. Let's go right there. Speaking about a coach controversy, fight fans. Now, I don't know if y'all remember a few weeks ago, we covered the situation that's going down between Rayo Valenzuela and Jose Benavidez Sr., who we know that them two, they were tight. They were like family, trainer and fighter. Same thing like Blind Faith is talking about. And after the Rayo versus Pitbull fight, these two went their separate ways. And it seems like Jose Benavidez Sr. got caught a bit off guard by that, because he took the social media, and we put it here a couple weeks ago. He took the social media kind of going off, like no one told him that he was fired. No one told him that he wasn't dealing on Rayo's behalf no more. But now Rayo is rocking over there with Robbie Garcia. And let me tell you, fight fans, since Rayo has been rocking over there with Robbie Garcia, it seems as if Robbie Garcia, and I guess we all put it all together, Robbie Garcia is the culprit why we're not getting Tank versus Rayo Valenzuela. He, you know, we had our you know, our hunches, like, yo, come on, man. We heard talks, we heard Rayo calling out Gervonta Tank Davis, and you know, nothing came to fruition. We know that Gervonta Davis wanted him. We know that Gervonta Davis wanted Vasyl Lomachenko, and neither one of these fighters Tender wanted to come to the table. And it seems to me everyone is blaming Tank Davis. Like Tank Davis can just make, people come to the table, fight fans. I just did the video about Timothy Bradley calling Gervonta Davis a 30-year-old prospect. But what about the part that Rayo Valenzuela was pulled back by his coach, Tim? What about that part? What about, how nobody mentioning in that part? All we want to do is continue to talk about, Gervonta Davis ain't did this. He's 29 years old, entering into his prime years, and now he wants the best fights out there, and no one wants to come to the table. He's in his prime years, fight fans. His prime years. And you telling me now nobody wants to come to the table. It's funny, you know what I'm saying? So, I like I said in the video, bro, I think Timothy Bradley just a little bit jealous of Gervonta Tank Davis. Man, how you going to say a first ballot Hall of Fame is jealous of Tank? Because Timothy Bradley, once again, every time that he would get on them damn scales, he wanted to pose for the world, right? Muscles on, he had that Steiner brother muscle, right? That one when the Steiner brother make a muscle in his right there that was already a muscle. Then he'll pull it even closer and make it a harder muscle. And it'd be like a little knot, little hard ass knot. Well, that was Timothy Bradley. He had the same shit going. But he couldn't bust a grape. He had 13 knockouts in his career, fight fans. 13 knockouts. Meanwhile, Gervonta Tank Davis sleeping every Bahamas with one shot, walking fighters down, walking through their best shots, and so on and so forth. Timothy Bradley can only hope and wish that he had something like that. It's all good. So there's a little bit of jealousy out there, fight fans, if you ask me. But the fact of the matter is still this, though, man. So there's this thing going on between Rayo Valenzuela and Jose Benavidez Sr. So I listened to Jose Benavidez Sr. in a recent interview, and now him and Rayo is in court. So it's been taken that far. Just like Derrick James and Earl Spence Jr., now these two are in court. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because they in court after Rayo's absolute biggest fight. That's crazy, ain't it, fight fans? It's always come down to that money. Ain't that right, Blind Faith? And so, listen, it seems that I listened to Jose Benavidez Sr., and he says, he was telling Fight Hype, it's over there on Fight Hype, and salute to Fight Hype. He says that, look, I sat down and I was working on deals for Rayo to him to go and face Pitbull and for him to go and face Gervonta Davis. He said it was on the table. He said it was going to be, he was working on it. He was trying to pull it all together. It was just about to happen. And then boom, him and Rayo ain't working together no more. He ends up with Robbie Garcia. And now we're not talking about Tank and Rayo. And so Robbie Garcia now has came out in recent interviews. And he kind of gave his side about all of this. And I'm very, very interested because once again, ain't nobody paying this stuff no attention because we just rather rag on Gervonta Davis. But Gervonta Davis did his part. He came to the table looking for smoke. They just ran from the table. But according to Robbie Garcia, man, and he was speaking about the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. And this is an article over there on Boxing saying that I'll be reading the quotes directly from. And according to Robbie Garcia, he says, and I quote, "If Tank is calling champions out, we'll go and face Rayo at 140. And don't put no rehydration clause. Just go fight him and do the fight." He goes on and says that's a problem with boxing right now. And if Tank's at 140, I will be more than happy to fight Tank. End quote. So it seems as if that Robbie Garcia, and I don't know if it's true or not, but Robbie Garcia is insinuating that when they try to sit down, I guess, and try to do some business with Tank, that Tank wanted a rehydration clause on Rayo. That's what he's suggesting here, because for him to come out and say that, I don't have no evidence of that. I don't know if that to be true or not. I do know that Gervonta Davis has fought at 140 in the past, but I also know that when he fought Ryan Garcia, who's a 40-pounder, he pulled him down to a catchweight. So I don't know if that's to be true or not. Now, my thing is, Rayo Valenzuela, listen, if he think he gonna come into the fight, do a Devin Haney, do his best Devin Haney impression, then Tank ain't going for it. You can't come in there, rehydrate to, 150, 160 pounds, and you want to get in there with a little Tank. I mean, he ain't going for it. But to be real with you, to be 100, and this is coming from a Tank fan, but you got to make your mind up, bro. Like, meaning that if you're going to take on the best, if we're going to make it a thing of Tank got to fight the people on his side, or Tank got to fight the people that are politically available to him, well, Rayo is. We can't have it all kind of ways. We can't sit around and say, hey, well, Gervonta Davis ain't gonna face Shakur and Devin and them because they over there with Matchroom and they decided to go in other directions. And I agree with that. That's cool. But we do got somebody on Gervonta Davis's side. Now, we can't let no little thing like weight, rehydration clauses. Like, we can't let little shit like that hinder that fight because truth be told, Gervonta, and this is keeping it a buck. Far as looking from your side, if you not talking about Rayo, or if you, because Rayo clearly ain't gonna go for no rehydration clauses, but if you ain't talking about Rayo, brother, there is no one else. And I'm being honest about that. Other than that, you're gonna have to give a little. You're gonna have to go across streets. And we know that, like I said, Gervonta Davis, what he's doing is working. He don't have to cross street. I mean, he's selling units, big events, Madonna's at the fight. Fucking everybody, you know what I'm saying? He doing his thing. So granted, if you say people got to come to you, cool. But if you got somebody on your side, homie, like, and if you can pull up Roach and you can face Barrios, then we got to make something happen with Rayo, bro. And if not, then we got to be talking about a Russell. If not, then we got to be talking about a Russell. Now, people may say, well, man, you know, Rayo can actually fight at 135, given the way he been moving. You might be right, but he clearly got his belt at 140. So he now has his flag put in at 140. Saying, listen, I'm here now, bro. Maybe at once upon a time I would have came to 35 and fought you before I got my belt. Now I got a belt. I could just go ahead and just take these other, you know, other oncomers. I don't have to hunt for a fight no more. See, Tank probably was able to do that to him when he had to hunt for a fight. But after those two Cobra fights, and now after getting Isaac Pitbull Cruz, name has risen a little bit. Gonna want a little bit more money as a world champion. All of that's gonna come into play. So we can't play like that's not gonna be the case. And they know that you don't got nobody to fight. So they're gonna try to charge a hard bargain. This is leverage, fight fans. We know how this all go. But once again, let's keep in mind, Tank attempted to do this fight. Robert pulled him away, fight fans. Let's keep on reading here what Robert is talking about. He goes on and says, and I quote, Robert Garcia, head trainer of Rayo Valenzuela. He goes on and says, and I quote, they did bring it up at one point for November the 2nd. I think that it was going to be on a show that they wanted to do on PBC, but Rayo had just become a champion in August. So there was no way that we were going to jump back and train, end quote. I'm going to stop right there. That's on Rayo. That's on Rayo. You say you fought in August and they wanted you to come back by November. And according to Robert Garcia, they had some long, grueling training camp. So what do you say, bro? Like, this is what I don't understand. When your number is called, your number is called. Now, Robert Garcia, he's doing what he's supposed to do, have the best interest of his fighter. You know what I mean? I totally understand that. But listen, bro, once again, when the lottery ticket get pulled, the lottery ticket get pulled. I mean, look, from what I remember from that Rayo and Pitbull fight, they was damn near one-sided. Rayo didn't take a bunch of punishment out of that fight. So you want to say he don't take the Tank fight because of the training camp, but in the actual fight, bro, he didn't take a lot of damage. DIL 87 on deck. What up, man? Lemos didn't make weight by 6.4. We're going to get there. What a disgrace. Keyshawn got to whoop his ass and kick him out of the division and send him north to 140 pounds. We're going to definitely get there. I think that was a bit strategic, but we're going to talk about that in a second. But I'm going to tell you, man, like my whole deal, fight fans, is like I said before, man, your number got called, bro. So you should have took it. But they, once again, I can honestly say for Monday morning quarterbacking, they still, once again, they're going to go and do this Pitbull rematch. And then they're going to look and say, hey, well, Tank, are you ready now? Did you come to your senses? Are you coming to 140 pounds? Because you ain't got nowhere else to go. And we know this. That's why we acting this way. So it's almost like they pushing Tank into a little bit of a corner. But they wanted to fight for November the 2nd, according to Robert Garcia. He goes on and says, and I quote, he was in training camp for like 5 months, so he needed some time off. Oh, is that right? That's Tank fault? When Canelo Alvarez pulled up Sergey Kovalev, ain't nobody get Canelo Alvarez nothing. Tell me I'm lying, fight fans. when Canelo Alvarez, because everybody says, well, man, he beat Sergey Kovalev at 175, and he's the greatest thing in the world because he beat Kovalev. If that is the case, then fight fans, he beat Kovalev, and ain't nobody give him no sweat. Then what's up with this? Tank was just doing what he needed to. It was time for him to fight. That's on Rayo, right? That's on Rayo. He goes on and says he was in training camp for like 5 months, so he needed some time off. So we already knew that he was not going to fight until next year. But there was talk about him fighting November the 2nd. But I also believe that they wanted him at 135. Man, he just became champion at 140. Give a look. That's called at least negotiate, bro. That don't mean you walk away from the table. You know what I mean? Ryan says, you know what, we're gonna sit there, we're gonna work on something, some middle ground. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta work on middle ground for the biggest fight of your fighter's career. So maybe you don't go down to 135. Maybe y'all have to do it at a catchweight, which I'm not super happy about, especially for world titles. But at the end of the day, it's your man's lottery ticket, bro. It's his lottery ticket. You know what I'm saying? It's his lottery ticket. Tank ain't no Canelo, says DGO. Yeah, but the fact of the matter is that Canelo ain't get no sweat for fighting Sergey Kovalev after that yard fight. So if Robert Garcia want to make it a thing about, oh, well, we just fought in August and now y'all want him to get back in there in November. Like, bro, your man ain't take no damage. Your man ain't take no damage. He ain't really, he handled Pitbull. So come on, man. Like what they doing is that, man, they trying to maximize, bro. They know what it is, man. Tank Davis was sitting there waiting on Rayo, watching the situation between Rayo and Colbert, timing it perfect. Like, okay, cool. You coming off winning a belt. You coming off the Colbert stoppages that went viral everywhere. You coming off beating a popular fighter like Izat Pitbull Cruz. You now ready. Only for them to say, oh no, we got a belt now. We don't have to do what Tank want us to do. We can do what we want to do. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes, man. DGO says, yo, man, we know that Tank payday ain't that much. I don't know about that. Have you seen Frank Martin lately? Or is Frank Martin on a beach somewhere? When the last time you seen Frank Martin? I don't know. Ryan Garcia. He says that's the biggest check that he ever saw. Biggest check that he ever saw was against Gervonta Tank Davis. And I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other opponents that say there's the same thing. I'm sure Tank is giving these boys the biggest paydays of their career. I got my main man, Gary Russell, 30, 37, 38, damn near 38 years old. He ain't fought in years, but he still won a Tank fight. He says this to settle what's going on in the DMV, blah, blah, blah. Man, come on. We know what Gary want that bread. And it is what it is. He want that at this point. If he only willing to come back and take on a Gervonta Davis, it's for the money. It's just like saying what Terrence Crawford is with Canelo. If Terrence Crawford is drawing lines in the sand saying, look, he ain't fighting nobody but Canelo, that means we know what that's about. We know what that's about. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It's all love. It's all love. They deserve it. It ain't like they don't deserve it. So, man, this is interesting, though, man. So I guess once again, my hunches was correct in this case right here when it comes to why we never got Gervonta Davis versus Rayo Valenzuela. Another guy that got out of the way, and it clearly was because of the head coach, Robert Garcia, who maybe you could say, man, I just feel like he looking out for the best interests of his fighter. Cool, but that ain't got nothing to do with Tank. Tank just, his side proposed the fight. They wanted to fight. You're a world champion. Let's meet in the middle somewhere. Don't just not come to the table. Especially when you was calling out Gervonta Davis the way you was calling him out before the fight. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let's keep it pushing, fight fans. We got some more stuff to get to, man. What else do we got here on the itinerary? Oh, Timothy Bradley, though, bro. Like, cut it out, Tim, man. 30, calling Tank Davis a 30-year-old prospect, man. Come on, bro. He wrong as hell for that, fight fans. Y'all know he wrong as hell. Tank is highly decorated and some more shit. You know what I'm saying? Show that man some respect, man. Show that man some respect. Let's stop right here, fight fans. Let's stop right here. So it looked like old Conor Ben is coming on back to the game. It's about time. It seems like it's been longer than 2 years, if you ask me, fam. It seems like it's been longer than 2 years. Is it me? Or does it seem like it? Damn, bro. It seems like he's been dealing with this for 3 or 4 years, it seemed like to me. But turns out that the news is out, fight fans. Conor Ben will now be returning back to the fight game, at this point cleared of all of his PED allegations, man. Now, Conor Benn has already kind of been fighting, but we know that they've been kind of tiptoeing on the outskirts of boxing, finding little commissions that will kind of grant them a quick license that they can get a quick fight in. But as time was kind of going on, like they was even squeezing in on them for those kind of fights. So it seems as if now that they don't have to tiptoe around no more. Conor Benn has now officially been cleared of his situation. I'll do a little bit of reading from the reporting on this is straight off of DAZN's website. According to DAZN, Conor Benn is ready to get back into the ring after being cleared of any wrongdoing following an adverse finding in a drug test 2 years ago. And Eddie Hearn says that the 28-year-old has the world, fight fans, at his feet. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? DGO says, yo, Kovalev got paid like $14 million. Yeah, okay, cool, $14 million. But the simple fact of the matter is no one criticized Canelo for taking this dude on such short notice. That's the point. That's the point. I'm sure Rayo would have made, I don't know if he'd have made $14 million, but I mean, I'm sure he'd have been up there. I'm sure he would have definitely been north of $5 million for sure. And that's bigger than anything that he's ever done in his career. So that's damn good. You know what I'm saying? That's damn good. So, but Conor Benn, man, he's back on deck, man. So this is good, man. According to the report, and it goes on and says that Benn was suspended by the UK anti-doping agency in March of 2023 after findings from the previous year forced the cancellation of his scheduled fight against Chris Eubank Jr. The National Anti-Doping Panel lifted his suspension 4 months later, allowing Benn to fight Rodolfo Orozco and Peter Dobson in September of 2023 and May of 2024. It goes on and says that with his name cleared, Benn and Hearn can now get to planning the fighter's future, and the Matchroom boxing boss believe that there is a wealth of options to the undefeated welterweight star. Eddie Hearn says, and I quote, I mean, so many options. He goes on and says, you know, he's probably one of the most talked about fighters in the world and has been for 2 years, even with just a couple of warm-up fights. Yesterday, he got fully cleared by the NADP. He'll be here in Philly, of course, to watch the great Boots Ennis as well, and the options are endless. So that's what's up, man. So the best thing I heard Eddie Hearn just say just now was the fact that he's going to be going to the Jaron Ennis fight coming up on this Saturday. Because the reason that it's so important, fight fans, is that because last time I checked, and I'll be putting it on the screen in a second, but last time I checked, if I recall, Conor Benn at 147, when it comes to the IBF, oh no, they changed it, bro. Oh wow, he got removed. Man, that's funny. They took him out. Man, Conor Benn was rated next under Jaron Boots Ennis, but they took him out. They took him out. Hold on. They took this fool out, fight fans. Wow. So I don't think that we gonna get that then. They put Karen Chukhadzien here, but that's cool. But hold on, cuz we had Eggman, Conor Benn. He was in the IBF at one time, so they took him out. They took him out. So now I have no belief that he's going to be going after Boots Ennis. At first, I had a little bit of belief that maybe we was going to maybe line up a Jaron Boots Ennis versus Conor Benn, but nah, bruh, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. So at least it's gonna be good that he goes to the fight. I mean, at once upon a time he was calling out Jaron Ennis. Maybe he'll get re-ranked, or maybe it can happen because we know both of these dudes are underneath the umbrella of Eddie Hearn. So politically, it's a fight to take. My thing is, I don't know. I don't trust Eddie Hearn when it comes to this kid, bro. I don't trust him when it comes to Conor Benn. I honestly think that Eddie Hearn wants that Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank fight, and that's a shame of a fight fans. Shame of a fight. I don't even honestly know what weight class that Conor Benn is even fighting in. I've seen Conor Benn calling out 40 pounders, 47 pounders, 54 pounders, and I don't even, where's Eubank at? He's at 60, 68, calling out Eubank at 60, 68. Bro, this dude is just calling out everybody in any weight class, which means that absolutely none of this shit can be real talk. And that's being honest with you. And look here, Eddie, he don't need no tune-ups. He just fought in May. So if he just fought in May and he's coming off of 2 soft touches, are we still talking about Conor Benn taking another soft touch? Or what are we talking about? Or just Conor Benn is going to be, because he's now he talking bad about Tank Davis. Tank Davis is at 135 pounds, Conor Benn. You want to face Tank Davis at 135? He's literally calling out everybody from 35 to 68. So I don't even know where he's even fighting at, fight fans. But at the end of the day, now that he's no longer rated in the IBF, I don't know what, I mean, what route are we talking about here? I mean, we looking over here at the WBC, they got him rated number 2. I don't think even if he made it to the top slot, a fight between him and Mario Barrios is damn near, I mean, unless it's going to come through a WBC order, it ain't happening. That's PBC and Eddie, and we know that ain't going to happen. Mario Barrios is fighting on the undercard of Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. He's going to be fighting over on Netflix. So I don't know. I mean, if Conor Benn ain't talking about Barrios, then Conor Benn is over here number 3 in the WBA. And once again, PBC fighters. What is Errol Spence Jr. still doing at 147? Hopefully they got to update this shit. Errol Spence Jr. shouldn't be rated at 147, right? Let's keep it pushing, fight fans. Let's keep it pushing. But anyway, Conor Benn in the number 3 spot with the WBA. Of course, Evander Stanionis being the champion. That's a PBC fighter. Don't see no future there, fam. So the only future at 147 for Conor Benn, truth be told, unless we talking about somebody in these rankings, is Jaron Boots Ennis if we talking about a belt. Man, maybe him and Brian Norman can do it. Then again, you know what I'm saying? Brian Norman needs some smoke. Does he got a chance to get in that? He's in the top 10 of the WBO. He's number 7 over here. So maybe they'll do a thing with Brian Norman. But we ain't got no energy, no momentum, no talk whatsoever. He's never even mentioned Brian Norman's name. Bro, if they do that you stank fight, bro. If they do that you stank fight, man, look, that is the worst thing ever, bro. That is the worst thing ever. Muhammad Tola says, yo, man, I don't hate a fight between Eggman and get Bud out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. I want, if I had to take a fight for him, I want to see him in Boots. I want to see him in Boots. I'll take him in Boots all day. All day. That'll be a smoking fight. He did come out publicly and call Boots Ennis, and there ain't many people out here calling out Jaron Boots Ennis. So if it's going to stick, if it's real talk, if he going to Boots' fight, if he going to go to Boots' fight and sit ringside, ain't no reason why they don't let this kid in the ring, bro. Get it cracking. Eddie talking about all of these options, bro. Like, are you taking him down Legacy Road or are you taking him down Attraction Road? It seems to me, I think he's trying to turn him into the next Tank. He want to take him down Attraction Road. I mean, think about it. Even at Eubank's last fight against Zarameta, I forgot he did come in the ring. He got in the ring. All that shit, my bro. Eubank need to be talking about Hamza Shiraz, bro. Eubank need to be talking about Hamza Shiraz. I got Hamza Shiraz, man, out here in the public weighing Chris Eubank out, and Chris Eubank has got crickets. Oh, I didn't hear it. What did he say? Did he say something? Was he talking to me? Did he say my name? Hamza? You say Hamza? No, I don't. He has to do something first. He got to go get a belt first. Like, who the fuck are you, bro? You've done absolutely nothing in the game. Nothing. And I got Hamza beating that ass, fight fans. Real spill. Why won't he look towards Hamza Shiraz? Why he taking on little fighters? See, this is once again hypocritical behavior, man. UK fans, y'all better not be bigging this up and then turn around and then talking shit about Gervonta Tank Davis. I know ain't nobody got nothing to say out there in the UK if y'all supporting this shit. If y'all supporting Eggman versus you stank, y'all better not ever mention anything going on wrong with Gervonta Davis. If Chris Eubank can be let off the hook to be fighting a 40 or 47 pounder when there's so much smoke between 68 and 47, miss me with it. Miss me with it. And this dude, he ain't no damn better. You calling out 35 pounders. You talking to 1 minute you talking to Eubank, the next minute you talking to Tank. All of this shit is just fraud. Fraud-like behavior, fight fans. I can't stand it, man. I can't stand it. Muhammad Tola says it's time for Tank to go to 140. I'm not against that. I'm not against that one bit. I think 140, man, that's where Tank can earn a hell of a lot of legacy points, bro. a hell of a lot of legacy points. Devin, Gary Antoine, Teo, the list goes on and on, bro. Paro, I mean, Ramirez. I mean, the list just goes on and on. 140 is fucking cracking, right? It's one of the hottest divisions in the sport. I would love to see Gervonta Davis go there. But, you know, it's when he ready, man. It's when he ready. I mean, we seen him do it with Barrios. I believe that Tank can go to 40 and be a force. I'm not like a lot of folks. I'm not protecting Gervonta Davis from 140. I think Gervonta Davis can go to 140 and kick up just as much dust that he did at 135. It's just that politics at 140 it's a tough thing. It's a lot of bad politics for Tank at 140. A lot of y'all say, yo, main man, well, if he's the man in demand like that, well, can't he go to PBC and just tell them to go and do fight with person A, person B, person C? Nah, it don't work like that. Gervonta Davis told everybody exactly how he chooses his fights. And that is, look, they give me a list of 3 fighters or 4 fighters on the list, and I choose one name from the list. That's how he's been doing his fights his whole entire career. It's not Tank going to PBC and saying, PBC, do this, do that. It's PBC saying, Tank, here's your wish list. Pick one. That's the way it goes. That's why you don't hear him calling out names. Because he knows, bro, politically, we're going to do what's right. That's going to line up for us, for Amazon Prime, and for PBC. So let's do what lines up. Give me the list that lines up with those parameters right there. That's Tank. I know we don't like that, fight fans. But I say this to all of the fans that come in here with your faces all frowned up and you don't like that kind of shit. Y'all built this. I just want y'all to remember that. Y'all built this. Y'all made this. Everyone was cool for so many years with Gervonta Davis doing what he doing. I was the one actually on the other side at that time. And now y'all wore main man down. Y'all wore me down. So if I got to accept them as this attraction, so do y'all. If it's going to be, main man, we were okay with all of these fights for so many years. Now all of a sudden you ain't okay with him no more. Nah, we're not doing that. Tank is who he is. Y'all built this. So now we're going to live with this. You know what I'm saying? We're going to live with this. All of this fanfare, all of the love that he got for years for standing next to Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? No, y'all built this. So it is what it is. Blind Faith says, yo, Hamza versus Janibek should be next. Yeah, man, I'm keeping my eye on that situation. Hey, Blind Faith, I'm just waiting to report on that, man. I'm just waiting to jump off the rooftop on that one, bro. I'm keeping my third eye on it. The last thing I saw on it was, but we got a couple things that we got to make sure first that it gets across the finish line. Now, a couple things that happen in the world of Hamza. The good thing is that he just re-signed his deal with Frank Warren, so that's a good thing. You know what I mean? So he extended his deal with Frank Warren, sticking out with Frank Warren. So that means pretty much Frank Warren now has the incentive to go off and make those big name fights. You know how all this shit normally goes. If they don't re-sign with these outfits, then the outfit ain't gonna give them that fight that they want. Remember how Shakur Stevenson played out with Bob Arum in the end. Bob ain't giving what he wanted because he knew that Shakur was walking out the door. You know what I'm saying? So Hamza re-signed with Frank Warren, so that's one good sign. The last thing that we also heard is that the WBO granted it an extension. They ordered that fight and they granted an extension. So they wasn't able to reach a deal. So they're working off an extension currently as we speak, unless it's something that I missed. And also I also seen some things out there about Hamza could be fighting on the February the 22nd card that Frank Warren is doing with Daniel Dubois. So there's talks about he could be fighting on that card. I don't know if it's going to be Janibek or if it ain't going to be Janibek. So we just going to have to wait and see. I got honestly say, I think I'm sensing just a little bit of hesitation from Frank Warren. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to jump out the window just yet. I'm going to give it some time, let it breathe. But from the last things I've seen, how Frank Warren was talking, this could have been before Hamza signed that new deal. But it just seemed like to me that Frank Warren was on some, maybe I should continue to build a little bit more first. I hope not, bro. I really do, because I think Hamza ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to give him his flowers. But he got to get through that Janibek fight to win main man as a main supporter. Real speed. He gets through this Janibek fight, he got main man. And we will be pushing Hamza Shiraz. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. That's my guy. So I just want to wait and see how good that he really, really is. You know what I mean? Egg basket cleared is crazy, main man. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. But we know he was on that juice. That's for damn sure. We definitely know that he was on that juice, bro, because them knockouts went poof, pow, be gone. Hey, them shits went poof, pow, be gone. He was out here just beating on everybody at once upon a time, fight fans. And next thing you know, poof, pow, he gets found out and poof, pow, be gone. So we'll see which route that they take Eggman down. I'll look forward to seeing him at the ringside of Jaron Boots Ennis versus Karen fight. So let's see if he gets in the ring. Let's see if he's carrying that same gumption that he was calling out Jaron Boots Ennis a little while back. Let's see if he still got that in his belly. And let's see if Eddie Hearn is really willing to put that fight on, bro. I mean, Eddie Hearn got the juice to lure the IBF or to do what he need to do with the rankings. And most importantly, like I said before, this fight all lines up politically. I hope it happens, man. If not, I got my doubts. But if not, I got a feeling that they do want to do that Eubank fight. And if not, then get his ass up the hell up out of here, man. He just talking to just be talking. You know what I'm saying? Just talking just to be talking. So let's keep it pushing, fight fans. We got more to get to. Salute to y'all all. And as y'all come on through here, man, hit that thumbs up for the homie, man. Hit that thumbs up for the homie, fam. Salute to you all, fam. Let's keep it pushing. Hopefully the audio is cool out there, too. If I have any audio issues, fight fans, please let me know. I had to pull the last show due to those audio issues, and I'm really upset about that, man. We covered some good stuff in that show, too, bro. We covered Earl Spence Jr.'s reason for, the WBO's reason for choosing or granting Earl Spence Jr. that ranking, bro. So I'm really upset that we lost that episode, man. So please, if there's any audio issues out there, just give me a heads up and let me know. But let's keep it pushing, though, man. We got this here on the agenda, man. Look at this right here. I'm super with it, fight fans. Let me just say off the jump, I'm super duper with it. Anything involving tournament style, count main man in. Anything involving tournament style, count main man in, bro. And this is what is we sizing up right now. There's some talks out here, man. There's reports circulating. There's rumors going around that Turkey Al Sheikh possibly will be looking to do another 5 versus 5. And last time we got Eddie Hearn's Matchroom versus Frank Warren's Queensberry. This time around, we talking about Eddie Hearn versus Goldenboy and Oscar De La Hoya, fight fans. Hell yeah, bruh. Hell yeah. Thanks, Muhammad Tola, bro. Appreciate you, man. And once again, I'm sorry, everybody. I had this chat thing fixed in a second and by the next episode, but more than likely by tomorrow. So, yeah, man, this is good shit right here, son. This is really good shit right here. So let's listen in, man. We got a little bit of audio from Oscar De La Hoya. Before we play Oscar's audio, let me just say this first off. Now, Eddie Hearn came out first. Eddie Hearn came out first, and he proposed the first 5 versus 5. So this is what Eddie Hearn originally proposed. Let me put this up there real first. This is the 5 versus 5 that Eddie had originally proposed. He said he wanted Jaron Boots Ennis versus Ryan Garcia. What? Eddie, what? Jaron Boots Ennis versus Ryan. This is making me believe that Eddie has no belief in Boots, bro. If you are putting up Ryan Garcia for a Boots fight, knowing that absolutely no boxing fan will, we'll look at it, it'd be entertaining, right? But come on, bro. Like, why wouldn't you say Jaron Boots Ennis, versus what we eventually going to get? You should have proposed that first. You proposed first Jaron Ennis versus Ryan Garcia. Do you believe in Boots Ennis, bro? Anyway, then he goes on and proposes Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda, which is a fight that we more than likely already going to get. I think they're talking in February, right? Israel Madrimov versus Virgil Ortiz. That's not a bad fight. It's not a bad fight at all. Jay Opatai versus Gilberto Ramirez. That's not a bad fight neither. You know what I'm saying? I probably will rock out with Opatai. Jack Catterall versus Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez has a fight with Arnold Barboza coming up. So, if he gets through Arnold Barboza, Jose Ramirez versus Jack Catterall is fire. Pretty much Catterall versus the winner of that situation is fire. So this is what Eddie Hearn proposed. And this is pretty much mostly what we eventually landed with, except that very first one up top, Jaron Boots Ennis versus Ryan Garcia. Huh? Did they lose y'all on that one, fight fans? Because he sure as hell lost me on that one. Muhammad Tola says, yo, man, Eddie is crazy thinking that Ryan will take the Boots fight. Like, real spill, bro. Like, Ryan know damn well he wouldn't even go near that fight. Ryan would get destroyed. I mean, beat to dust. You know what I'm saying? Beat the Osterine and shit. Like he would get the Osterine literally beat out of him, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, why would you even propose something like that, knowing that Ryan wouldn't even go near nothing like that, bro? So that's Eddie Hearn's proposal. So Oscar De La Hoya, he came back out, fight fans, and I'll play the audio. I won't play the video, but I will play the audio. So that's listening to. I'm sure a lot of y'all have already probably heard most of this already. I want to say this is part of his little clapback Thursdays that he be doing. You know what I'm saying? So we'll just listen into Eddie Hearn. Stand by for a second. I mean, not Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya. Stand by, though. I want to make sure that I hear this, too. Let's listen in.
It's your favorite time of the week again. Time for the only segment in boxing that gives you the facts and makes you laugh. It's Clapback Thursdays. And this week, I have some shocking news. So let's get into it. Okay, so last week I questioned the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, about their decision to drop boxing from the 2028 Olympic Games in LA, and I asked if this choice had anything to do with the insanity that overshadowed this past Summer Games. You all know what I'm talking about. So a few days ago, a medical report was leaked confirming that Iman Khalif was in fact born a biological male with male organs. Holy shit.
What?
So this means the IOC actually condoned a man assaulting women in public and rewarded him with a gold medal.
Huh?
What the fuck is going on?
Come on, man.
Her Adam's apple is bigger than mine. And her pecker probably is too.
Yes.
And what about safety?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
You put the female boxers' lives and their health on the line. What a fucking disaster. So
This wasn't the one that I was talking about, but I'm glad I did catch this one also. But damn, bro. Hey, the Olympics, y'all got some explaining to do, man. Y'all let a man get in there and beat on a woman. See what happened in this PC'd out world, fight fans? Been trying to be so PC. Now they end up letting a man get in there and beat on a woman. Damn. Keep it going, Oscar, but we'll play some more from Oscar.
So because of this, you are taking boxing out of the Olympics in 2028, but you're leaving breakdancing? Fuck you guys. Also, there have been rumors that my company, Goldenboy Promotions, may do a 5-on-5 against Matchroom Sports, which is run by my buddy, Eddie Hearn. We all know Eddie has the worst record as a promoter, and his fighters aren't the cream of the crop. But I'm always up for giving the fans a good night of fights under one condition. The fights will be contested in a tiny ring, so nobody can run. And
Hold up. The fights has to be contested in a tiny ring, fight fans? Really? We're talking about setting the deck so nobody can run. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, that'll be tight for us boxing fans. I mean, that sounds cool. But come on, bro. You can't just go and say, oh, we're going to do a 5 versus 5 in a tiny ring. I mean, this is boxing, man. Come on, man. But I ain't mad at it, though. I ain't too mad at it, man. But Oscar off the hook. Let's keep it going.
since we have the best matchmaking in Goldenboy, these are the fights I propose. Virgil Ortiz versus Boots, Munguia versus Pacheco, Cepeda versus Shakur, Oscar Duarte versus Devin Haney, and the winner of Ramirez Barboza will take on Jack Catterall. Hell, let's even make it a 6-on-6 with me and you, Eddie, in the main event. I see you've been taking box aerobic classes.
Pow. Man. Pow.
Hold up. Did he say that this fool been taking boxing aerobics classes? Did he say that the fool Eddie Hearn been out here taking boxing aerobics classes, fight fans? For real? Nah, man, Oscar will whoop his ass. All because so Oscar say, yo, they actually got a video out here of Eddie Hearn taking a boxing aerobics class. Nah, bro. Nah. Stop it, man. Stop it, fight fans.
So let's give the fight fans what they really want to see. Me kicking your ass. Oh, and Canelo. Fuck you. Remember, guys, you're never a hater when you're only speaking the facts.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Oscar De La Hoya with his clapback Thursdays. Man, all right, okay, all right. So the thing is, man, he proposed this right here. So this is what Eddie Hearn had to say in response to Oscar De La Hoya's clapback Thursdays. We'll make this easy for you. Boots versus Ortiz, which should have been the first fight that they proposed in the off the jump, instead of Boots versus some damn Ryan Garcia. But Boots versus Ortiz, agreed. Munguia versus Pacheco, he left you for top rank, but if you can bring him back, agreed. Shakur versus Zepeda, agreed. Duarte versus Devin Haney is not. Devin is not officially with us, but happy with the fight and to discuss it with him. Catterall versus Barboza Ramirez, agreed. Clean sweep at Turkey Ala Sheik. Yeah. So I'm with it, fight fans. I am with it. You know what I'm saying? All day. Hey, listen, they do this card, I'm buying it, man, off the skip. No ifs, ands, or buts. I think we can do a little bit better, though, than Duarte versus Haney, though. Can we do better than Duarte versus Haney? My guess is you might well just say Ryan Garcia and Haney running back. You might well just say Ryan Garcia and Haney just running back. If you're going to do Duarte versus Haney, that's not... But no, man, I take Haney versus. You might well just do Haney and Ryan Garcia as a run back to add to this card or add to this whole situation. Might as well. But who winning this, man? Who y'all got winning this, man? Y'all got Goldenboy winning this. This version of the 5 versus 5 right here. Y'all got Goldenboy winning this, or do y'all got Matchroom winning this? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna say, hold up. I'm gonna say Boots versus Ortiz. Oh my goodness. That'll be the main event right there. Hands down. That'll be the main event. Boots versus Ortiz. That's 50-50, bro. That is 50-50, man. Damn. Boots will got to come up to 54 in order to take on Virgil. And Boots ain't never been to 54. And it's good to hear finally. I'm hearing Boots in recent interviews now talking like he's willing to explore 154. So I see you out there, DIL87. I just want to see Ennis versus Ortiz at 54. Well, Jaron Ennis is now recently started talking like 54 can definitely be an option. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, Boots versus Ortiz to me is 50-50. Munguia versus Pacheco, I take Munguia. So that'd be one for Goldenboy. Let's see. Shakur versus Zepeda, I take Shakur. So that's one for Matchroom. Duarte versus Haney, I take Haney. That's another one for Matchroom. Catterall versus Barboza Ramirez. Ooh. Oh, man. I probably take... That's tough, bro. That's tough. I like Catterall. I may go with Jose Ramirez, though, bro. I may have to go with Jose Ramirez right there. And I know y'all high on Jack Catterall out there, fam. I'm totally aware. But I like Jose Ramirez, man. I've always been a fan of Jose Ramirez. I like his style. I think he's a good aggression, good power. The only thing that I wonder with Jose Ramirez is the same thing that I wonder about Regis Prograis and the same thing that I wondered about Josh Taylor, and that is, did he overstay his welcome at 140? I think we find out the answer to some of that with this next fight with Arnold Barboza. If he gets through Barboza, especially in devastating fashion and by margins, then that can tell us a lot right there, fam. That could tell us a lot. So right now, I want to say it's an even Steven thing, bro. Out of this 5 that I'm seeing it 2-2 with the deciding factor being the Boots versus Ortiz fight. I see it 2-2 with the other 4. Boots versus Ortiz would be the deciding fight, in my opinion. Now, last time I was wrong. Frank Warren swept Eddie Hearn as 5 donut. You know what I'm saying? And that was embarrassing for Eddie Hearn and his entire stable. So Eddie Hearn got to be looking to say, hey, look, I'm not the worst stable over here messing with Turkey, bro. It's not going to be me. It's going to be Oscar. Oscar feel like his stable is much better than Devin's. I mean, than Eddie's. Devin Haney, you better get back on the good side, bro, of Eddie, man. Eddie got shit popping. Eddie wanted Devin Haney to take that Liam Paro fight, man. Devin Haney ain't want to get that. He wanted more money. Remember, it came down to a thing of money. And since then, Eddie ain't really been speaking about Devin. So let's hope that him and Devin can patch it up. But Eddie is saying that he's willing to sit down and discuss it with him. So that's a good thing right there. That's a good thing. So this will be a good showdown, man. Let's hope that Turki Al-Sheikh make this all happen. He is the man that can pretty much pull all this together. It's going to take the money of Turki Al-Sheikh to make it all work. But this is, bro, you talk about something that's going to make Riyadh season really pop. Shit, man, this shit going to pop. See, the first one dealt with a lot of UK fighters. And you don't get me wrong. But now we talking a lot of fighters that a lot of Americans definitely recognize. Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Jaron Boots Ennis. Bro, you going to get this shit going to be supported on both sides of the water. So I would think that Turki Al-Sheikh should definitely be all in. Jose Ramirez is banned from moving his head. That last fight was hard to watch. Target practice. And Jose can't move his head to save his life. Nah, that's not his strong point at all. That's never been Jose's strong point, head movement. His strong point is cutting the ring off, being a damn good body puncher, a damn good counter puncher, and his pressure. His pressure. When it comes to the head movement department, nah, bro, that's never really been Jose Ramirez's thing. And if he get in there with a Catterall, who Catterall has really good boxing ability, right? Moving, jabbing, lateral movement, resetting. Catterall can clearly do all of those things. That may give Jose Ramirez some fits, but the question is, what happens when Ramirez cuts that ring off, pins him up against them ropes, and try to work his body? And that's what Jose do. That's what Jose do. You know what I mean? So I think this will be an interesting fight, man. A really interesting fight. Now, if you think Catterall gonna tip Jose Ramirez, then that means that Eddie Hearn gonna pull this out. I don't see it, bro. I think that their Boots and Virgil Ortiz fight, which is long overdue, fight fans. Long overdue original rivals right here. Keep that in mind. These were rivals down at 147. We never got to fight at 147. Hopefully we can get it at 154. No reason why we shouldn't. They're both on the same networks. They're both on the same networks. They both rocking over there with Turki Al-Sheikh. They both got promoters that's working with each other. There's no reason we don't get Boots versus Ortiz. No reason. Boots' future is looking up, fight fans. Boots' future is looking up. So good stuff, man. Let's hope we do get that fight right there. And I'll be rooting for this 5 versus 5, man, all day. All day. Let's see what else we got going on here, man. I'll be rooting for this 5 versus 5. Let's get to the big one, right? We got to talk about this right here. Matter of fact, yeah, we can wait on that. We'll stop right here. We'll stop right here. Let's talk about this Keyshawn Davis versus Gustavo Lemos fight coming up tomorrow night, fight fans. Going down Friday night fights. They got my man Keyshawn Davis in his homecoming fight going down in the state of VA. Man, I should have took my ass on down there and caught this damn fight. You know what I'm saying? But we got my man Keyshawn Davis returning back to the ring tomorrow night to come in Norfolk, Virginia, to go up against Gustavo Lemos, the hard-punching Gustavo Lemos right here, man. This should be a really cool fight right here. Definitely Keyshawn Davis has an opponent in front of him that if he want to show off in front of his hometown, get some punches off, make it a back-and-forth thing, make it entertaining, well, I guarantee you this, my bruh. You definitely got the right opponent in there with you that's going to look to try to push and give you hell. And that's for sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I think this is going to be a really interesting fight to watch. I know a lot of people off the offset of this is saying, yo, main man, I believe in Keyshawn Davis's boxing ability where he should box circles around this guy, Gustavo Lemos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, truth be told, Keyshawn, he's been showing to be coming along very well in his career thus far. He only got 11 fights. So he ain't even got 15 fights yet, fight fans. He only got 11 fights. Like I said, I've witnessed his progression. I think he's just gotten better and better and better. Simple as that. With each and every passing fight, he gets better and better and better. I see him seeming like a little bit more stronger. Look like he's getting a little bit more meaner. You know what I'm saying? He's not just relying on his boxing ability. He's not just a mover. You know, I thought he was going to become like more of an Andre style type fighter. Like that's the trajectory I thought that he was on, like the new Demetrius Andre. But it seems like in lately, bro, Keyshawn been standing on business, bro. Like he been standing on his shots. He been taking the fight to the inside. He been going to the body on these dudes. Man, the way he broke down Pedraza, like he broke Pedraza ass down, bro. Like did a good job coming backwards, and he eventually changed the momentum and started going forward. Went to the inside with Pedraza and just started beating him up, man. It got to the point with Keyshawn and Pedraza that Pedraza, he was letting Pedraza hit him. And Pedraza had nothing on his shots. Keyshawn literally was just like, that's it. Like Pedraza was hitting him clean. Nothing. Beat the win, the fight, and everything out of Pedraza, bruh. Stopping Jose Pedraza, man. And I was just like, yeah. And that was only in like his 10th professional fight. You know what I'm saying? So that speaks volumes about Keyshawn. I know Keyshawn over a little while ago came under fire for his marijuana use and all of that jazz, man, which I thought was blown way out of proportion. You know what I'm saying? But Keyshawn is looking to be a decent talent. Definitely one of the leaders of the new school. And I look forward to keep on witnessing his progression and see how good and how high he's going to eventually go. You know what I'm saying? So the news of the day is Gustavo Lemos missed weight. 6.5 pounds. Ain't that right, fight fans? Gustavo Lemos missing weight, coming in 6.5 pounds over. Keyshawn Davis weighing in at 134.2 pounds for the fight. The fight is going down at 135. Keyshawn 134.2. Gustavo Lemos 141.4. 141.4. Hear me and hear me clear, fight fans. For those who don't know, let me school y'all on something. This was done intentionally. You don't miss weight by that much. You don't be off by that much. 6.4 is way over, Blind Faith, way over. But here's my deal. You don't miss weight by that much unless you did that on purpose. And see, you got to understand the way Gustavo fights. Remember, he fought Richardson Hitchens in his last fight. He's coming off of a loss to Richardson Hitchens. Hitchens struggled in that fight. Hitchens got hurt a couple times by Gustavo in that fight. Gustavo hurt him in the second, and he also hurt him in the eighth. Almost got his ass out of there in the eighth. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is with Gustavo, he is a big puncher. Like you can clearly see, he's not a chip you away kind of dude. No. He looks to come forward, high guard, plodding forward. He's a plotter. So he's going to plod forward. Once he gets within range, usually mid to close, he's throwing single big shots, single overhand, like his whole overhand right, single hard big shots. When he hits you to the body, he'll let the volume go. 3s and 4s when he's on the inside. But what he's mostly always looking to do, he's looking to get to that inside, get to that mid-range, hit you with something hard, and come back with a big-ass shot. Mainly an overhand right. And he hurt Richardson Hitchens several times with that overhand right. So keep that in mind. So a fighter that's coming in 6 pounds overweight, which I think is done intentionally, as a big puncher, what he's looking to do, he's going to look to get in there with that extra weight and hit Keyshawn with something hard. Now, if he wins, yeah, people might say, oh, he came in away. It ain't going to matter to him. His name going to rise. He's going to be a new star, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn is going to probably get a couple extra dollars for this guy coming in overweight. Keyshawn is still okay with the fight. The fight is still going on. But Keyshawn, you better be careful. Because the way he fights, he's going to use that extra weight, try to get close to you and hit you with something hard. And thinking that if he didn't deplete himself, he didn't drain himself, he wasn't looking to come into this fight weak. He wants to come into this fight strong, maybe stronger than you. So when I look at that 6 pounds overweight fight fans, that's what I see. Because you can tell from the way he fight. Now, if he was a volume puncher, if he was a dude that got to chip you away, then I'd be like, nah. But no, he's a dude who likes to load up on big shots. So he wants to hit Keyshawn with something very, very hard. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. I didn't watch that Hitchens versus Lemos fight, but I heard that Richard didn't look that good. Another potential hype job bout to be exposed. Yeah, Hitchens did not look good against Lemos. And the scorecards, they don't reflect that. One judge, I think, gave it like 117 to 111. That was bull crap. And the other two judges gave it 113 to 115 in favor of Hitchens. But that 117 to 111, when I see scorecards like that, once again, like we say, fight fans, they wasn't gonna give it to him anyway. They wasn't gonna give it to him anyway. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Just like the same thing they just wasn't gonna give it to him anyway. You know what I mean? So, but I thought that fight was much more closer. I thought it was a razor thin fight. I could be satisfied with the 113 to 115 card. The thing is that Richardson Hitchens was taking advantage of his downtime. So he's a smaller statute kind of fighter. Who, you know, something almost similar to what Isaac Pitbull Cruz does. The only difference is he's definitely much more flexible than Isaac Cruz. His feet is much more lighter than Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Though he's a plotter, if he got to move faster to catch up with you to stay on you, he can do that, and he will do that. So he's not, say, like Isaac Cruz, who does this thing where he's plodding, keeping his hands right here and just stays at that one pace and that one level like all of the fight. Now, if he got to turn up the feet a little bit, from what I've seen of him, he can turn up the feet a little bit. Keep in mind, his only defeat is to the defeat of Richardson Hitchens as well. So that's his only defeat, but he is coming off of a loss. So the thing is that, man, that's like the main thing. I mean, truth be told, like the main thing that Keyshawn will have to watch out for. This cat getting close to him, landing something big, preferably his overhand right. He is not a slow-footed fighter. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing is that he hurt Richardson Hitchens in the 8th round. But Richardson Hitchens also hurt him in the 8th round. And the way he got hurt was, once again, having to cover the real estate, took some incoming fire, and one shot put him on shaky legs, right? Which is cool. So we know he's got to cover that ground because he's shorter, you know, and smaller in stature. So he got to cover that ground to get next to Keyshawn to land those big shots. Now, here's the thing that worries me about Keyshawn. Keyshawn, if you look at when he faces pressure, he faces pressure the Shakur Stevenson way to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? And what I say, you know, him and Shakur is real tight. So he does it in the Shakur way, meaning like when Keyshawn is on the back foot, he'll keep his jab out. He'll pluck that jab out there one time. And he kind of got a sequence where he'll touch you, look to slip, then look to counter. I'm going to say that one more time. He'll touch you, look to slip, or hold, and then counter. That's, if you look at Keyshawn, that's him over and over and over again. I feel as though with this dude, you got to give him numerous incoming shots. 1-2s, 1-2-3s, then move. 1-2-3, then step off. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn is mainly known, from what I see from him, one shot, then comes the slip, then comes the counter. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're going to have to put more incoming fire on this dude as he's coming forward, as he's coming through the front door. Because what he's going to look to do is throw one hard shot. So when you touch him, and I'm going to tell you, and you look to slip, and you look to make your move, if you make your move too soon, and he's coming with the one or them two hard booms, my thing is, I feel like if Keyshawn make that slip move too soon, that something can land on him. It could possibly hurt him. And if Keyshawn don't put enough incoming shots on him, it's not going to deter him from walking through the front door and trying to throw hard shots on him. Keyshawn cannot get caught up on the ropes with this dude, because the best thing about his fighting style is the way he goes to the body. The way he goes to the body is key. You know what I'm saying? And I think, honestly, him coming in heavier, looking to be a bigger puncher, he's going to be looking to go to Keyshawn's body as well. Now, so Keyshawn, to me, is the more supreme boxer. Like, he is the better boxer. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He has the better boxing skills. But when it comes to the power department, that definitely favors Gustavo Lemos. And Lemos, I think, is going to be putting himself in harm's way all night long to try to land that one big shot. Mainly that big overhand right. Real spill. Keyshawn is going to be in his hometown. Hopefully the crowd doesn't get to him, and the crowd doesn't make him become uncharacteristic. Like I say, he's been fighting a bit more meaner, but this guy is going to take a lot of boxing ability early on. Break him down. You know what I'm saying? Hit him with incoming shots. Whenever he's taking time off and he don't feel like he's in range, keep him busy. You know what I'm saying? Keep him busy. Don't sit there and just move into ropes, move into corners. Don't do that, bro. You got to give off some good incoming fire on this dude to deter this dude, or it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. But I definitely favor Keyshawn to be able to deliver the win in this particular fight right here. So what we're going to do, fight fans, is I'm pulling it up right now. We're going to look at some of the betting odds for tomorrow night. See what the bet. I'm sure that the betting lines probably are heavily favoring Keyshawn Davis. I would think so, but then again, sometimes people put their money where they put their money, fight fans. They put their money where they put their money. So we're going to pull it up right here. We're going to take a quick glance over here at DraftKings Sportsbook, fight fans. This is where I normally place my bets. And yeah, just like I thought, Keyshawn Davis is the super duper dumb heavy favorite, fight fans. Let's take a quick look at it. Keyshawn Davis, when it comes to tomorrow night's fight in the betting lines, the money poured in on Keyshawn at -600. Gustavo Lemos sitting at +425. So the money clearly pouring in on Keyshawn, who is the heavy favorite. The money poured in for this fight to go over 8.5 rounds at -370. So it looks as if that a lot of people may be looking towards a decision in this fight. Don't think that Keyshawn is going to be able to get it done by a stoppage. The money is going in for over 8.5 rounds. Keyshawn by knockout TKO DQ sitting in the pluses at 280, but the decision is at -180. So that's where the money poured in. Keyshawn Davis by decision or technical decision. As far as for Gustavo Lemos, no one believes that he stops Keyshawn at +800, and absolutely no one believes that he pulls a decision at +1,000. Damn. Keyshawn to win by TKO, that's still in the pluses. Be a possibility. Keyshawn by UD, I think this is where most of the money is going. Right here, -135, fight fans. So everyone is betting on Keyshawn to deliver this fight by unanimous decision. Nothing on the split, +650. Nothing on the majority, +1,200. As far as Lemos, no one believes that Lemos can get a knockout, +2,000. No money coming in there. TKO, no money on Lemos there. Wow. And as far as decision, +1,800. Nothing on Lemos there. Split decision is even worse. And majority decision is even worse than that. So the money is definitely pouring in Keyshawn Davis to get this done by unanimous decision, fight fans. Unanimous decision for Keyshawn Davis, man. So I think that's about the right call, though. I think that's the right call. DIL87 says, yo, man, Key got to use his jab and keep that defense tight. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Keep this fight at long mid-range, and when he does get on the inside, catch and shoot and go down to the body. Catching and shooting, yeah, that'll be great. I think catching and shooting would be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Also, instead of doing the slip thing, instead of touching, slipping, and then coming back with a counter, I'd rather see him touch and hold. If he can't control Gustavo on the inside, if Gustavo get to work in his body, throwing punches and bunches or whatever like he likes to do to the body, catch and hold, bro. Catch and hold. No need to catch and slip. Touch and hold. Touch and hold. Reset, push him off you, incoming fire, touch and hold. I think that'll be the better strategy as opposed to touch and slip. Touch and slip. You know what I'm saying? Montana Love got exposed already by Paro. Is Hitchens next? Hey, that's going to be an interesting fight. You know what I'm saying? Hitchens versus Paro, especially after what we saw in the Lemos fight. It's going to be a real interesting fight. We're going to see if Richardson Hitchens is who he say he is. I'm definitely rocking out with Keyshawn Davis to win this fight by unanimous decision. I think he's going to have some scary moments, though. I think he is going to have some scary moments against Lemos. I think that Lemos is going to catch him with something good and going to get his attention, but it may put Keyshawn, it may raise his senses a bit more. Do I see Keyshawn getting tired here like Hitchens started to do? No. Do I see Keyshawn not taking advantage of the downtime or the time where Lemos got to get next to him and cover that real estate? I think that Keyshawn can shine there too. Well, Keyshawn got to throw 3s and 4s. Got to give him incoming fire. Got to slow this dude down. Work him to the body. Take the wind out of a lot of his sails because he's going to be wanting to come forward all night long. You know what I'm saying? Sticking him with the jab to the body. I think that's going to be a good shot to use too. Keyshawn's jab to the body is crackerjack. Touch him from the outside as he's coming in. Stab his ass to that navel. Stab his ass to that navel. Keeping 2s and 3s on him. When he's ready to let them hands go, you get out of dodge. Or grab him and tangle him up. Stay off the ropes. Stay out of the corners. And I think that Keyshawn should glide to a victory against Gustavo Lemos. But I'm expecting somewhat of an entertaining fight. And like I said, who knows? Keyshawn, by him being in his backyard, what he may do is say, you know what? I'm going to give the audience something to cheer for. So I'm going to stand right here in the pocket with this dude for a little bit. Don't suggest it. You know what I'm saying? Don't suggest it whatsoever. He can punch. He is a decent puncher. And he can't hurt your ass. You know what I'm saying? So not to mention he's coming in overweight. So I don't know how much you really want to tussle with a dude that's willing to break weight and not looking to deplete himself. You had to grind hard to get down to 135, cut that weight off. Ain't no telling what you had to do to make weight. Well, he said, screw all of that. I'm not doing none of that. Take my money, find me, do what you got to do. I'm coming to win. I'm coming to hit your ass with something hard. So this should be a very, very, very interesting scrap right here, fight fans. And who knows, man, maybe him missing weight the way he did might have made the fight a little bit more, I guess you might say a little bit more entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't think it's right, but Keyshawn could have easily walked away, but he ain't going to walk away. Very interesting. Listen to a little bit of Keyshawn, man.
You know what I'm saying? But shouts out. Yeah. Shakur was calling me while I was in the mental home. Yeah. But people want us to fight, though. It's weird, you know what I'm saying? But shouts out Shakur, man. He's definitely somebody that's always supporting me, man. Like, even early on in this camp, he told me about how he felt when he first had his daughter and how he had to stay locked in because, I just had my son. So he telling me things about how he has his daughter and stuff. So he basically locked me back into training camp, honestly. And that's what brothers are supposed to do.
I appreciate you.
He got to always keep coming around and answer this stuff about the Shakur Stevenson fight. Last time I checked, Keyshawn is well on record telling the whole world that he will not ever face Shakur Stevenson. That's his brother. But people constantly ask him about him fighting Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? This is what I don't understand. And somebody make this make sense, fam. Where the hell is Teo? It's funny. Teo has all of this stuff to say about all of these fighters. But because last time I checked, Keyshawn was on Teo's ass. And now Teo ain't got nothing to say to Keyshawn. Teo ain't going to go to Keyshawn's fight. Teo ain't going to be ringside. Keyshawn Davis is calling out Teofimo Lopez at every single turn. And Teofimo Lopez got nothing to say to Keyshawn. Has anybody seen Teo while Teo out here talking about Bud Crawford? Has anybody seen Teo? Here go some smoke, bro. And last time we checked, is Keyshawn knocking on the door to a title shot, fight fans? Let's check a look real quick. I think he is knocking on the door to a title shot, if I'm not mistaken. Last time we checked on Keyshawn, he was knocking on the door. He was knocking on the door. Let's go. Let's see where he's at in these rankings real quick, man. Where you at, Keyshawn? Where you at, brother? Oh, man, you still got some ways to go. I'll put this on the screen. Kind of got some ways to go. A little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. We got Keyshawn right here, the number 3 in the WBC. So, he's not going to fight Shakur Stevenson, so it really doesn't matter where he's at in the WBC. But don't look like we got nothing there. When we look over here to the WBO, Bob Arum's favorite belt, we got no Keyshawn. He's way down here, man, at number 10. But that still puts him within range for a title shot if they wanted to do that. You got to be in the top 10 or top 15 of the WBO. But he's number 10. Damn, I didn't realize he was so far down. He only got 11 fights, so, I guess it's somewhat understandable. Now, as far as the IBF, he's nowhere to be found. WBC, we say he's in 3rd, but Shakur got that belt. And as for the WBA, he's nowhere to be found. Wow. Nowhere to be found. Damn, Keyshawn. So you ain't even knocking on the door to nothing right now. I'm sure after if he beats Lemos, they're going to raise him in the rankings somewhere, more than likely within this WBO, and he can go ahead and hunt down Berncheck. But damn, bro. We got nothing, man. I thought Keyshawn was on the verge. I guess this is the reason why Keyshawn doing all of this talking about Tank. Because right now, from the looks of it, homie, yeah, you ain't really got nothing in your orbit. What Vasyl Lomachenko on your side, man, but nobody can't find Loma. Nobody can't find Loma. He ran from Gervonta Davis and ran into a brick wall, and nobody can't find his ass. Lomachenko and Keyshawn would be good, but I don't think Loma would do that. Loma wouldn't see no gain in that for him. He's one of those kind of guys in that category where he got to see, some gain out of the fight. Keyshawn doesn't bring a lot of money. Keyshawn doesn't bring a belt. It's just that probably wouldn't fit for Lomachenko. But there's nothing left. We talking slim pickings here, fight fans. Slim pickings. Ouch. Shakur gonna be facing Zepeda. The only thing that he can do Murray-Tyler. Him and Raymond Murray-Tyler can get it in. Him and Murray-Tyler, or maybe him and Berncheck, man. That's the best way to go. Damn. I thought he had more. I don't know why I thought he had more something like in his immediate future. I guess we got to wait and see where they rank him at after this next fight, bro. Because right here, it's the routes are Berncheck and Berncheck. I'm not really tripping off a fight between him and Elwin De Los Santos. I'm not tripping off a fight with him and Artem, but then again, I guess I got to understand he only got 11 fights. They're not going to do him and Andy Cruz. That's out. Maybe him and Kambosos. I like him and Kambosos. But Berncheck more than likely will be the target that he will be trying to gun for. It will more than likely have to be Berncheck, fight fans. It will have to be more than likely Berncheck. Other than that, man, I don't see nowhere else that he can maybe, make something happen that makes any sort of sense. What say y'all, bro? Man, if Boots looks bad or go 12, will that affect his stock in your opinion? Against Karen, I'm gonna be honest with you. It might. And the reason I say this is because it's not like Karen is doing something. Like all he doing is moving. You know what I'm saying? Like he caught Boots with a couple shots because Boots was coming forward and putting himself in harm's way in that first fight. But what I left that first fight disappointed with Muhammad Tola was the fact that Boots didn't cut the ring off the right way. Like he didn't cut the ring off in a proper fashion. It was like he was trying to impose his offense so bad where he took the fundamentals apart out and cutting the ring off in a proper fashion. So my thing is I'm listening to Bozy Ennis. And Bozy saying, like, this time around they mean business and they're going to do things the right way and so on and so forth. Then look, at the end of the day, what's going to make me stop dropping my eyes is the fact that he doesn't know how to cut the ring off. That's just one fundamental flaw that I was seeing him. So Boots need to be cutting that ring off properly, working the body of Curran properly, man, and getting his ass the hell up out of there. Curran has really minimal to no offense. Minimal to no offense, bro. So it's not like you got to worry about a big right hand. You don't have to worry about a huge uppercut. All you mainly got to worry about from this dude is him touching you and then not letting you touch him. Meaning like him touching you with jabs and a couple straights here and there and him just staying away from you. So you got to hunt this dude down, but show us that you know how to hunt. Show us you know how to hunt. And I get it. He ain't coming to fight. He coming to survive. Y'all, if you thinking that way, I say you 100% right. But bruh, fuck all that, bro. You got to show us the layers to your game. And I still need to see Boots Ennis face an elite pressure fighter. They keeping Jaron Ennis away from top-rated pressure fighters. I got to see that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at Eddie Hearn coming out talking about we can do Jaron Ennis versus Ryan Garcia. What? You know what I mean? You coming out doing Jaron Ennis versus Ryan Garcia. So that's your belief level in him? You know what I'm saying? But then again, he did agree. He did agree to him and Virgil. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I need to see from Boots. That you got to get this dude out of there. You got to put some hurting on this dude, dog. Say, look, Gary Antoine Russell, your nemesis, right? Your rival, your amateur rival. He had to fight the same type of style, and he stopped his opponents. He had to go in there with those movers and jabbers the same way you doing. The difference was Gary never gave up. Gary never stopped being focused. And he went in there and he stopped Victor Poster. He went in there and he stopped Francis Bartholomew. And these were the same, pretty much the same things that what Karen did. Now, they probably a little bit more confrontational than Karen was, but at the end of the day, still, it's the same concept. Cut the ring off, deliver some hurting, and get his ass up out of there. You got nothing offensively to worry about from this dude. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting, fight fans, for Jaron Ennis to go in there, and even if he don't stop Chukhadzien, whatever they do, I'm gonna end up giving myself a damn stroke trying to say this dude's name. You know what I'm saying? Chukhadzien. You know what I'm saying? Even if he don't stop Chukhadzien, drop him once or twice, hurt him. The first fight, bro, it was just hard to watch. I haven't watched that fight. I don't think I only watched it once, maybe twice. I can't watch it again, fight fans. I can't watch it again. Key said that his team offered Andy Cruz, Murray Tyler, and one more contracts, but they all turned down the fight. They're not gonna put Andy Cruz in there with him right now. He's just not ready. But Murray Tyler should have took the fight, and hopefully Berncheck won't turn down the fight if it becomes a thing between him and Berncheck. Hopefully Berncheck don't turn down the fight. I hear Keyshawn out here, speaking about Javante Tank Davis's name, but Tank Davis came out and my guess is he showed some DMs that him and Keyshawn had some time back ago, where Keyshawn is out here publicly calling out Tank publicly now and calling him all of these names and calling him soft and all of that jazz. But Tank supposedly exposed some DMs of Keyshawn Davis looking as if he wanted to sign with GTD Promotions. But Keyshawn is saying, no, I didn't want to sign with y'all. I just wanted to come to your gym and do some sparring. You know what I mean? So Keyshawn is saying, matter of fact, we'll put it right here on the screen. I'm pretty sure most of y'all have probably already seen this, but we'll put this on the screen real quick. But Keyshawn is saying, look, man, I don't know what this dude talking about. You know what I'm saying? So let's listen in.
So what? That I DM'd you about sparring. So what? No cap. Since when y'all take sparring into consideration of shit? So what? So what? What was his point in even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to ride his coattail? Like, bro, I don't need you. I don't have to fight you. I'm making real. I don't need you, bro. I don't need you, bro. I do not need you, bro. Okay, so what? That I DM'd you about sparring. So what? No cap. Since when y'all take sparring into consideration of shit? So what? So what? What was his point in even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to ride his coattail? Like, bro, I don't need you. I don't have to fight you. I'm making real. I don't need you, bro. I don't need you, bro. I do not need you, bro. I don't. If you want to fight me, send me a contract, but if you don't, I'm going to be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm gonna make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted. Like I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you, little dude, little dwarf, Oopa Loopa. Okay, so what? That I DM'd you.
See, that's what he talking about right there, fight. My bad. I was talking that whole time, fam, and y'all wasn't even hearing me, man. But that's what he talking about right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying it like, yo, bro, I didn't come to sign with you, man. I came over there to try to, you know, get some sparring off or whatever the case may be. But once again, what I was saying during that silence, I was actually talking during that time, but I didn't know I was muted. What I was trying to say, fight fans, was, you know, at the end of the day, man, look, I respect how Keyshawn is kind of carrying it. Like he's not kissing Tank's ass. Like everybody else clout chase Tank, mention Tank, you know, Conor Ben style. Like just talking about Tank to get the clicks, to get the attention, and so on and so forth. But Keyshawn is one of the only ones that I've heard from this generation come out and say, brother, I don't need you. I'll go make my way one way or the other, with or without you. He's one of, if not the only one I've heard say that. Now, normally when people kind of talking against Tank, y'all know man always want to be defending Tank, right? You know what I'm saying? But this time around, no. I respect what Keyshawn is saying. I don't need you, homie. Don't need you. You can run over to everybody else that kiss your ass and beg you for a fight and do that. But me, I'll find my own way. I go to 140. I'm on the other side of the street. I'll do business with Eddie. I'll do business with Turkey. I'll talk with Shakur and talk with Bud and see how y'all moving and how y'all was able to move. I don't need you, bro. And I'm telling you, man, Tank got to understand. And I say this as a Tank fan. More and more of these fighters are going to start to reach that conclusion, bro. Look at Rayo. Rayo already, I don't need him. I got a belt. I can just do this. I can just do that. Now look at Keyshawn. I don't need you, bro. Don't need you. This is going to be a matter of time before Devin Haney and all of the rest of these cats going to come out trying to say the same thing. And then people going to start saying, well, Tank now. Starting to lose, you losing a little luster. That is until they see the numbers on Tank Davis's next fight. Then they're going to be like, you know what, Tank, choose me. You know what I'm saying? Real spill, man. Real spill. Hey, salute to my homie Damon Webster out there, man. Damon, what's up with you, man? Chill it. What up, man? Tank didn't have to get petty like that. Then he told Najee from Cigar Talk, F you. You're not getting any more interviews. Yeah, Tank starting to feel himself, bro. Hey, you got to be a villain, man. Sometimes it's, you know, in Tank's case, it may be more popular or it may be more better for him to become the villain. Why not? Everybody clout chasing him and talking about him 24/7 anyway. And he probably sitting back like, you know what, Floyd, when he played the villain is when he became Money May, is when he became the biggest thing in the sport. But when he was nice, when he was pretty boy and he was cool with everybody, nobody wasn't paying him no attention. So maybe Tank turning heel. Maybe Tank like, you know what, screw everybody. If your name ain't Lamont Roach, screw everybody. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's just how he feeling, bro. But yay, like I said, I respect Keyshawn's position, man. I honestly do, bro. Keyshawn like, yo, I don't need you, homie. Don't need you, bro. Like everybody else needs you, man. I don't need you.
Since when y'all take sparring into consideration of shit? So what? So what? What was his point in even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to ride his coattail? Like, bro, I don't need you. I don't have to fight you. I'm making real. I don't need you, bro.
I like that. So then, listen, we ain't nowhere in that round, fight fans. It's good talk. It's great. It's great way to pass time. But hear me clear. We ain't nowhere near in that round. We ain't nowhere near in that orbit, you know what I'm saying, of Keyshawn Davis versus Tank. It has no chance of becoming real, no chance of coming to fruition whatsoever. You know what I mean? Keyshawn ain't got nothing to offer. There's no way that PBC would ever allow Gervonta Davis to take on something like Keyshawn Davis for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Salute to the homie Legacy Over Currency Defined. Salutations at Mainman. Thank you for that, fam. Much love, man. Salutations to you as well. Yes. Mainman, well, we went through that one. Yeah, man. So listen, man. I'm hoping for nothing but the best for Keyshawn. Well, I'm also hoping for nothing but the best for Jaron Boots Ennis to go out there and win your people back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go in there, make this thing definitive. And then we got the Bam Bam on the undercard, so this is going to be a good thing to watch. This is going down on Saturday night, fight fans. So we're going to be covering both of these cards. We're going to be busy all weekend over here. You know what I'm saying? We definitely covering Keyshawn's fight tomorrow night. We'll do a live fight chat. Y'all can come on through here and rock with the homie. And we also should be live for the Jaron Boots in this fight. If not during the fight, definitely an immediate reaction. You know what I'm saying? So, but tomorrow night, I will definitely park my Friday night. I'll park my Friday night for Keyshawn. You know what I mean? For sure. So that's how we gonna kind of do that tomorrow, man. So I think that's pretty much all I got on the itinerary for the night, fight fans, for this particular episode of We Talking Boxing Live. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here, man. I want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all, man, that came on through here tonight to rock out with the homie. This has pretty much been this week's boxing news roundup right here. You know what I'm saying? That's how we normally do over here for We Talking Boxing Live. We do a good old boxing roundup. Tomorrow, before the Keyshawn fight, maybe we'll do one of our live streams that we normally do where we kind of hamper in on a certain subject. Maybe we cover Tank tomorrow. Maybe we cover Bud tomorrow, man. Y'all let me know which one y'all want to hear about tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep our third eye open for that Earl Spence situation, man. Let's see how that plays out with the WBO. I know there's, again, people are running around with rumors of Spence versus Laura and all of this stupid jazz. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that that's going to happen whatsoever. Keep in mind, fight fans, like I told y'all, or I tried to tell y'all the other night, there's no way that the PBC or Tom Brown would have sent that guy Weiss. They wouldn't have sent that dude down to the WBO convention if they wasn't trying to do that Fundora fight. They ain't just got money and time to be wasting like that. And y'all know when you go to those conventions are not free. Not to mention to get those rankings sometimes, allegedly, are not free. So it's no way that they would have sent a representative from Tom Brown Promotions and PBC to the WBO for no reason, to get that ranking for Earl for no reason. I think that we're definitely going to be getting Earl versus Fundora. We know that the reason that they can more than likely accept his reasoning for being ranked is because he only got one loss, and that one loss comes against Terrence Bud Crawford. We talked about that the other night. Though I think that the reason, or should I say the presentation and what they gave as to why Earl should be ranked in the top 10 of the WBO, I don't know if I care much for that. You know what I'm saying? They try to play on the heartstrings. Oh, everyone just hated on him. Everyone just hated. He came from the car crash, and you know people was talking bad about him, and they shouldn't do nothing like that. People are so wrong for being that way, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Who the hell is he beat? Who was he beat? Oh, but he was thrown from a car crash. He was such a good fighter at 147. WBO is just like, you know what, we accept your argument. Yeah, okay. They accept his argument because of Bud Crawford, and we all know that, fight fans. You ain't even got to, you know what, we heard enough. It's cool. We'll contact you in a couple weeks. Just stand by the phone. Don't call us. We'll call you. Unless Bud Crawford gets that Canelo Alvarez fight. If Bud Crawford land that Canelo Alvarez fight, they taking their belt back. You know what I'm saying? But if he does it, then they're going to let Earl and Fundora go forward with that fight. More than likely. But either way it goes, didn't like the fact that they played on the heartstrings and they gave some sentimental reason as to why they have him ranked. They didn't give a competitive reason. They didn't give a reason of what he's been doing in the game. Just what he did years ago. So, but either way it goes, the WBO more than likely is going to buy it. And Earl Spence Jr. is going to be ranked. And he's looking for the number 10 ranking. So more than likely he's going to get that number 10 ranking. And we all know how Terrence Crawford feels about this, or the moves that or should I say the schemes that he's looking to do. If you don't know, check the channel. Last couple live streams, we covered it in detail. So check that on out. With that being said, fight fans, I'm out of here, man. Hit that thumbs up on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. Share. Rock those bells. Thank you all for rocking out with the homie, man. Y'all have a blessed night. Come through, rock out with me tomorrow night, man. I see y'all then. And until the next video, fam. Peace out.